Hello and God bless. Welcome to our Monday, August 10th edition of New Mercies. Today we celebrate the feast of St. Lawrence with a deacon and a martyr. Let's begin by acknowledging the Lord's acts of mercy are not exhausted. His compassion is not spent. They are renewed for us each morning. Today I'd like to focus on our first reading from the second letter of Paul to the Corinthians, chapter 9, verses 6 to 10. Brothers and sisters, whoever sows sparingly will also reap sparingly. Whoever sows bountifully will also reap bountifully. Each must do as already determined, without sadness or compulsion, for God loves a cheerful giver. Moreover, God is able to make every grace abundant for you, so that in all things, always having all you need, you may have an abundance for every good work. As it is written, He scatters abroad, He gives to the poor. His righteousness endures forever. The one who has supplied seed to the sower and bread for food will supply and multiply your seed and increase the harvest of your righteousness. The phrase that came out to my mind or caught my attention in prayer was, every grace abundant in you will produce an abundance of good work. It reminded me of being back in the seminary, and I would have a classmate who would often ask the question of our teachers, will this be on the test? That question used to annoy me because I wasn't studying to be a person that passed the test. I was studying to be a priest. And I have found that many of the lessons that I've used, many of the things I learned in the seminary were not on the test in the seminary, but have been on the test in real life. Many of the ways I've been able to help people, many of the insights that have helped me grow in my own spiritual life, many of the things I preached about were not things on the test, but rather things that God put in my life. So every grace, even if it wasn't on the test in the seminary, is made abundant for us, or good works in me. In some ways, also in our own spiritual lives, we should realize that everything that comes our way is meant for our own good. And we should be able to discover that eventually one day we'll be able to use that for the good of others and ourselves. So let's not discount anything. Even if it seems bad at the moment, it can be used with God's grace for good. So let's ask the Lord today for the grace to acknowledge that everything that comes our way is a blessing if we allow it to lead us to Him. May Jesus Christ be praised, now and forever.